So in this video we are going to learn about the various equations, okay, of velocity, which is the third part of this chapter. So here this will represent the first equation and the second equation and the third equation. Now see, for this equation you need to learn a graph. Fine, here see the graph. This graph is given, okay, this is the velocity versus time graph. Understood? Now initially what happened, the body is at rest, okay, and body having some velocity u, the body having some velocity u, and the body is going steadily with respect to time. Understood? Now after u, I applied set, I increase the speed, so body is going with the speed of certain increase in speed, and the final will be the speed of is v speed. Fine. So this is the graph, clear, shown in figure. So initially the body is at rest and body is going with the velocity of u initially, and after that acceleration is applied, the velocity is continuously increasing like this manner, okay, and finally it will get the final velocity v. Understood? Initially the time is t equal to 0 time, and here we are getting t equal to t time. Fine. So as per the geometric condition applies the first formula. So we all know that the acceleration is given by change in velocity upon time. Understood? So apply first formula, acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. So in this case initial velocity is what? AO, which is u. Understood? Here the initial velocity in this portion, that is AO is equal to u velocity, na? Fine. And the final velocity is what? That is vu, that is vu. Fine. See, that is OB here, and OB is represented by v. So we have to apply acceleration, that is final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. So final velocity is what? That is OB, and the initial velocity is OA. Fine. So apply OB is equal to v minus u upon the final time is t and initial time is 0, then t minus 0. Understood? So after solving this we are getting this, and keep t over here. So this is the equation, a equal to v minus u upon t. So keep t over here, multiplication of a, so we are getting at equal to v minus u, and keep the minus term over here, so we are getting at plus u equal to v. Understood? So this is the equation number 1. In this v equal to u plus at, okay, here we are saying v equal to u plus at. Understood? So this is the first equation of motion. Fine. Now directly dealing with the second motion of equation, how to define a second motion equation. As I already told you, the area under velocity versus time graph, whatever the area, okay, so the area under velocity versus time graph will gives you the total distance traveled. It will provide a total distance traveled. So the area under velocity versus time graph will provide you total distance traveled. So in this case initially initially our velocity is starting from here, so this area will be significant, and after that our velocity will increases like this, so this area. So we have to mark area number 1 and area number 2. So this is the area under velocity versus time graph now. So we have to calculate the area 1 and area 2 and sum of the area 1 and area 2. So we are getting the total area. Understood? So how to get it? Clear. Now see, first area, this is a one kind of rectangle. So what is the area of rectangle? That will be a length multiplied by breadth. Understood? So calculate the length. So here starting point is 0 and final point is t. So the difference between 0 minus t is t. So length is t. Understood? This will be length. Now this will be a breadth. So AO. So AO equal to what? U na. So the breadth is u. So the area of this first rectangle is length into breadth, means u multiplied by t. Understood? Fine. So here what happened? The area of OECD rectangle, it is OA, breadth into length OC, okay, OA into ED. Fine. So clear, AD into BD. So here we are getting the area is U into T. As I already told you, na, this distance is T and this distance is U. Okay, so area of rectangle is what? This is the length and this is the breadth. So UT will be the area of this first portion, clear. Now I have to calculate the area of the second portion, and after that I have to sum both the areas, clear. See, the second portion will be representing a triangle. So the area of triangle is what? Half of base into height. So what is the base? The base is that similar to this. So the base is half of the base is T, and what is height? Height is this, okay. And this will showing, see, this will showing U and this will showing V. Means in this case what happened? The velocity changes from U to V. Understood? Okay. So the total value of this line is V minus U. Clear? So this will be a height. So after applying multiply this value, area is equal to half of B into H. So half of, what is our B? B is T, na? This will be a breadth, and height is what? V minus U. So V minus U. Clear? So our first, this is our second area. Our first area will be what? UT. So first area and second area, sum of both the areas. So here UT plus half of T into V minus U. Understood? Clear? So after solving this, after multiplying T with the another values, we are getting what? See here carefully. In the first equation we are getting equal to UT, then after applying this half T into V, so we are getting what? We are what is V minus U? See, acceleration is given by V minus U upon T. Understood? Fine. So divide this equation by T and multiply this equation by T. Okay, so this will be terms as a acceleration and extra T will be added. See here, the equation is given half of T into V minus U. Okay, multiply this by T and divide this by T. See, this V minus U by T is what? Is acceleration. Understood? So this total value is converted into A. So we are getting what? Half. We are getting what? Half of T A T. So means we are getting half of AT square. Clear? So we are getting half of AT square. So in this term we are getting half of AT square. So after applying, so we are getting the total displacement equal to UT plus half of AT square. So this is the second equation of motion. Understood? This is the second equation of motion that we had already described. Understood? Clear? Good morning guys. Welcome to the Swiji Academy. Myself Rahul Gupta. So today we are going to deal with a concept, because in previous part, in the part number 3, we learn about the concept of acceleration and deceleration. Okay, so now how to solve a numerical related to acceleration, deceleration, we will discuss about here. Okay, but first of all you have to learn about the concept that how during the numerical method how to convert that two values like kilometer per hour into the meter per second and meter per second to the kilometer per hour. Fine. Now see, for both the cases you have to require a multiplication factor, which is 8 by 15, or we can say it is 15 by 8. Fine. So whenever you have to convert a kilometer per hour data into the meter per second, okay, so we are going with the higher value to the lower value, na? Because kilometer per hour is the higher value, it is in terms of kilometer, and meter per second is the lower value. Okay, so in this case you have to multiply a factor. In this case you have to multiply a factor 5 by 18. Okay, see, for example we have a 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, so you have to go into the meter per second, na? So you have to apply 40, the multiplication factor is 5 by 18 So the total value is converted into the meter per second. See what happened? We are going with the higher value to the lower value. So during the multiplication factor, keep the lowest value in upper direction. Okay, keep the lower value in upper. Fine. Same as whenever you are dealing with the 40 meter per second and you need to convert the 40 meter per second into kilometer per hour. Okay, so during this 40 multiply by higher value in upward. Okay, 18 by 5. So your data is converted into kilometer per hour. Understood? Your data will be converted into kilometer per hour. So this 5 by 18, this 5 by 18 is the multiplication factor. This is the required to direct converting kilometer per hour to meter per second and meter per second to the kilometer per hour directly. Fine. So whenever we are going to from kilometer per hour to meter per second, keep, because we are going with the higher value to the lower value, no? Keeping 5 by 18. Okay, but whenever we are going meter per second to kilometer per hour means we are going lower value to the higher value, so keep the higher value in upward and 5 below. Okay, so multiply. So whenever you are dealing with kilometer per hour to meter per second, multiply with 5 by 18. Whenever you are dealing with the meter per second to the kilometer per hour, multiply the factor 18 by 5. Understood? So now move towards the numericals. So here first numerical is given during the acceleration. For the acceleration, just understood the numerical carefully. Fine. A car speed increases from 40 to 60 means initially the speed of car is u is 40 and the final speed of the car is v equal to 60. Okay, in the 5 seconds the time is given. Because the time is in second, so you need to convert the 40 kilometer per hour and 60 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Understood? So here the given that is 40 kilometer na, so you are going with the kilometer per hour to meter per second. So I already told you higher to lower na, higher to lower na, so lower value in upward direction 5 by 18. Fine. So here 40 is multiplied by 5 by 18, so we are getting 11.11 meter per second. Understood? Again in 60 kilometer per hour we are again going from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Okay, so again higher to lower value na. Fine. So keeping the lower terms upper 5 by 18. Understood? So here again 5 by 18 is applied. So answer we are getting 16.6. Now the time is given 5 seconds. So acceleration is what? Change in velocity upon time. So here our velocity is changing from 60 to 40 or 40 to 60 na. So higher value minus lower value upon time. Understood? So here 16.16 which is the v higher value and 11.11 which is the u lower value, that is v minus u upon t. So it will provide our acceleration and the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Understood? Now in this case the speed is increases na. See, from 40 to 60 the speed is increases, so this will be called as a acceleration. This process is called acceleration. So here this your acceleration will be positive. This answer will be positive. Understood? Here see, this acceleration value 1.11 meter per second is positive because your vehicle speed is increases. Clear? Okay. Now the second case, when we apply a brakes. Fine. See, a car is traveling at the speed of 20 km per hour and comes into rest in 0.5 years. Again the data is given in hours, so we need to convert the hour into the second. Understood? And the kilometer per hour into the meter per second. Clear? So what is the value of its retardation? Clear? Now see, suppose a car is going. Okay, suppose a car is traveling. So car is traveling with certain speed, but when it applies a brake, so car will be stopped down. So initially the car having velocity u, but after stopping the car the final velocity is in rest because car comes into the rest. So the rest velocity is 0. So car's final velocity is what? 0. Understood? So here the final velocity of car is 0, but the initially car is going with the speed of 20 km per hour. So we need to convert a 20 km per hour into meter per second. So here the acceleration retardation is again the deceleration. It is velocity change upon time. So apply 0 minus 20. So we are getting 200 upon 5. After solving this, we are getting a speed of minus 40 km per hour square. Okay. we are getting minus. In this case we are getting minus because in this case it is retardation. In other words it is called deacceleration. Deacceleration. So acceleration will be positive, but the deacceleration will be a negative term. Understood? Deacceleration will be a negative term. So this is how acceleration, deacceleration will be calculated. Understood guys? Okay, so try to solve.